Hello, everybody. How's it going? I want to talk about a reconnection I had recently, and it was just really interesting. So, I've decided to visit or find people from my past that left me the warm fuzzies, whether it's old neighbors, old teachers, old friends, etc. And I have really enjoyed this journey. And it's not just because my kids have been MIA for a while and doing their own thing, but I really wanted to reach out to those women that made an impact in my life because I want them to know that my life was better because they were in it. And believe it or not, if you do this and you start reaching out to people, telling them how much you appreciate their presence in your life, man, they are really, truly taken aback and touched. Because I'm not sure about all women, but I can't say all, I myself, having been disconnected from my daughters for about 15 years, I think sometimes there's a void in the appreciation, the love, the respect, the connection. And when your kids are gone, even if they move out and do their own thing and you don't hear from them for a while, I think our value in this world changes. And sometimes we go for maybe a day, a week, a month, etc., without hearing the atta girl, I love you, you're important, I miss you, you're the best, etc. And that sometimes just becomes the norm. And it's not that that I haven't survived without hearing even the word mom for a long time. But I think a lot of us forget that I think it is imperative that we let people know that they have value in this world and that their words made a difference. So I'm in a group, my childhood, I, the city I was born and raised was West Allis, Wisconsin, and I went to a Catholic grade school, public high school, and in my public high school was my absolute favorite teacher. She was my Spanish teacher. And I took Spanish for 4 years because of her. There was something very special about her. I don't know. I can't even explain it. And so I was in the Facebook group the other day, and then someone mentioned they were looking for a teacher, a different teacher from the same high school. And then I made my own post and I said, I'm looking for Mrs. So and so, who was a Spanish teacher during 84 through 88. And people said, oh, she's still alive and she's living here. And then I got a message from someone else that said, no, she's in this assisted living place. And he said, my mom was there. He used to eat lunch with her. And I said, is she still alive? He said, I believe so. And he says, if you contact them, they'll let you know. And I said, okay. So yesterday, I decided to drive over there. And I just kind of had, I had the nerve to do it. Because when you go visit someone from your past, you don't know, number one, are they going to remember you? And number two, do they even want visitors? And you hope they do. And so I showed up and I said, I'm looking for this individual. And they told me what room she was in. I found it and her door was open. And I thought, oh, that's good. And there was a gentleman in the room talking with her while she was sitting in her recliner. And I walked in and I said hello, and I said I wanted to stop by and say hi because I was your student for 4 years at such and such school, and I wanted to come in and just catch up. And it had been almost 4 decades. And so the gentleman was a friend. They finished up their conversation. He left, and I told her who I was. Her sight isn't that well, so I had to get fairly close to see her. And she remembered me, and we sat and talked for about an hour. And I said, I just wanted to tell you that you were the reason I took Spanish class, and you were also the reason my childhood was better. And we chit chatted and shot the stuff, and she said, oh, I had no idea. And um, she said, I just hope that what I've done in this world has left meaning. And I said, it absolutely has. And so I am so fortunate, and I don't want to cry, but I am so thankful that I've had an opportunity to reconnect with people. And I'll tell you, if you're in your 50s like me, your teachers may still be alive. And if you're fortunate enough to reconnect with them, I say go for it. But not only that, maybe you can revisit people from your childhood, whether it's a neighbor or pastor, a nun maybe that taught you, that may still be around, or an adult that was someone you could confide in that helped you through tough times, a cousin, people that aren't part of your immediate family. Reach out to them because they may need your words. They may be just like you. They may be not feeling very appreciated, and then your words may inspire them or give them a reason even to get up in the morning. You don't know. Someone who's in a nursing home, it's not an easy place to be. So if you can bring a little joy to someone's life, I guess that's why we're here. So anyways, that's all I've got, and I will be back.